run a couple errands and we've got a couple projects for today. So we thought we would vlog our day and invite you guys along. Never really showed you guys the road that we drive every day to get back to our property. We're off the main road about a mile, and to get back to us we've got a pretty bumpy road, so I'm gonna take you guys along for our crazy ride.
Cover crop's been really growing. We've been getting a lot of rain. It's been doing its job, putting nutrients into the soil by its roots, and it's ready to chop down, turn it back into the soil, and cover it up with some organic mushroom compost. So we're headed out here to Upstate Materials, and they have all sorts of different mulches and composts, and they have this one compost that they get out of Pennsylvania. It's an organic mushroom compost, and we've had pretty good luck with it. So we're gonna get as much as we can get in a 16-foot trailer and haul it home, probably 3 or 4 yards, and I'll show you when we get there how rich this stuff is. We've also been raising our new layer birds, and they're all feathered in. They're about 5-6 weeks old, and I was thinking maybe we should get them out there in the kitchen garden and let them do their work. They could be eating down the cover crop and putting nutrients back into that soil by their waste, and then when springtime comes, I won't have to use as much of the mushroom compost. So the kitchen garden is a 3-tiered garden, and so it's a little smaller, and I was thinking I need to build like a little really safe brooder coop that I could drag across the cover crop.
That's light enough that I can drag, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
like
what I was thinking.
Light enough for a woman to haul.
So I'm gonna call it the Brooder Sled, and we're gonna just go over to all the leftover materials that I've been just throwing in a pile. And I've been designing something in my head, and we're just going to put something together that's safe. Maybe it's close enough to where I could even still run a heat lamp out there, make it really nice and tidy, but yet small enough to where we could just each day or every other day drag it forward 8 feet and let them just eat all that good ryegrass and clover and everything else that's in there. Look at that. can see the heat coming out of that. It's just decomposing. It's rich and soft. Can't wait.
The city, it's just a love-hate relationship. You gotta have Lowe's, you gotta have Home Depot, you gotta have places to buy compost, but can't wait to get back to the country. Here's our ride home again, down the long dirt road. Hey, look who's coming. Aw, little miss. She's coming to see Grandpa.
Hey, Eva. Hey, Eva. Hi. Oh.
She was like,
Bampa, Bampa.
hi, Missy.
How are you?
Hi. That's the perk of living next door to you.
Good morning. Oh, you want
Oh,
to
you
come
want
on
to
here?
drive? Hi, honey. Are you going to drive?
Grandpa will go. Go. Go, Dad.
Aw.
Go.
Hey. Hey.
Oh my goodness.
You going for a ride?
Gonna help me deliver the compost?
Eva, look at Nona.
Can you say hi? Wait, say hi.
Say hello. So we're gonna have an out-of-town job, and I have to leave for 5 or 6 weeks. And then this year we're thinking about also building, and this preservation garden would just soak a lot of time up. And I'm thinking this could actually just rest one more year, or maybe even just one season, and we could plant in the fall. So if I just chop this down and then cover it over, it's gonna rain tonight, so I'll let it rain tonight and then cover tomorrow with plastic and then just let it decompose, and we'll just let it sit and rest and decompose, and even that much more nutrients will be in the ground when fall comes, or even next spring.
Hey, working hard?
Yeah, working hard. This is a big piece of how destination is working.
Here.
Saints right now.
Here.
Thank you. Amazing.
Oh, you got a lot done. But you still got some left. It's pretty amazing when it used to look like this, just hard packed red clay, and we've done a season in here. Just get better. Just get better over time.
Gotta chop the tops off of all this.
Yeah.
I don't want to disturb the soil too much, the biomass. So I'm just kind of just cutting like the grassy stuff off the top,
Okay.
and then all the roots will rot too. When I pile the mushroom compost on top, I just get like the first 1 or 2 inches, just enough to chop it all down to start the process a little faster of decomposing. So anyway, do that, and then we'll layer a bunch of organic mushroom compost on top, and it'll rain tonight, and then we'll cover it with plastic and let it just percolate.
Wow, it's going to be an awesome bed when we do it in the fall or next spring.
I think it'll.
So what are we doing?
I'm slicing these in the width of the rows. Save a little bit of money just because it's cheaper to buy bigger pieces and then chop them up.
the upper garden, the work that we were doing up there, you know, we got it all covered up with plastic. Such a good feeling to get that done. So now we're gonna head over and start working on building that chicken brooder sled for the baby birds. So we didn't want to spend any money building this, and Hans being a builder, we figured we probably had enough scraps. So he's been picking through the pile and he's come up with some stuff, and so we are going to head over there and start working on this. As you can see, those are the chicken tractors that we hauled through this pasture all throughout here during the summertime. So these are obviously really big, and our kitchen garden is pretty, you know, pretty small. The rows are small, so that's why we're trying to get something smaller. So this was all left over. We have this huge pile. He's already picked through it, but we have some of the cute red roof from it that maybe we'll stick on there. So anyway, I think there'll be enough for us. Have some lumber here, and then I think we'll use this for maybe the perch. And then, yeah, this stuff, maybe just use it to frame it up. And then we've got this sheet here that we're gonna make the roof out of. So I'm excited to see what Hans comes up with, because it's always super cute.
So I gotta just put a little curve on these so I don't get caught on rocks as I'm dragging it through, or any clumps of grass or something. So I'm gonna cut the first one and then I'll just use that for a pattern.
Wait, so when you're saying this is a brooder sled, it's literally a sled, like a sled that you would pull through the snow.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you're not, yeah, but I mean that idea. So it's gonna be up like this.
Like that, and then
it'll be like a sled on each end.
That way this square edge doesn't get caught on like clumps of grass or dirt.
Oh, this is so cool.
It'll just be cut like that, and then you could pull it either way. All four corners will have it.
So you can pull it from here and you can pull it from down there?
Yeah.
Oh, this is cool. I'm excited. So you literally could put your grandkids in here and do them through the, sled them through the snow.
I guess.
I guarantee you when Eva's old enough, she'll probably be asking you to
Send this thing down the hill. So this will be the corner support, and then this will be the bottom. But then I was thinking, you know what? That's gonna get caught on grass and dirt, and it would be almost better if it was like that. But then I want, so the snakes don't get through. I think what I'll do is I'll scoop this out, and that piece, we could actually hinge it and slap it down when we move it. Or leave it out and just put a block of wood here so the snakes don't get in overnight.
Oh wait, so it'll be scooped so it doesn't get caught on the grass?
Yeah.
But then once we get it positioned, we need to cover that up because the snakes will get under and eat them like last year.
Yeah. Well, they're big enough now this year, but still, it'd be better for that to be sealed.
Oh, I can't even imagine the ruckus that would cause if a snake got in there.
So yeah, I know, right? And then this would work too. I think I'll even just take that piece out, and that way it's even lighter. It's just basically a frame to hold chicken wire and maybe some boards. So yeah, I'm gonna do something to this. To give it some strength, I'm gonna come in 5 inches. I'm gonna come in 5 inches, give it some strength. I'm gonna take half the board out, 1 3/4. And I'm just gonna scoop it out like that. I'll cut that out and then make a pattern for the other side. Hinge it while we're moving it, then we can flop it back down.
So you hinge it up so the grass.
Actually, if it's getting pulled,
won't it push
it'll
it up anyway?
It'll just push it up anyway, and then it'll flop right back down. If it's coming in this way like this, it's the other one that we would have to hinge up and pin up. So we might have to put a little hook here to hold it. Just do that. That's the only thing, and then boom, you're good for the evening. Or
cool.
Even
I would have never even thought about that.
gotta do the roof now. And 5 foot, because our roof panel's 10 foot, we're gonna cut it in half so we can utilize 2 pieces out of each. So 5 foot, that's about the center. So we're gonna be about this tall. That's not too tall. And then we'll have a little door. Okay. So we need some more 2x4s for the rafters. There's a couple here, but I think we're gonna have to go get some more. Let's go dig through the trash pile. We can cut some 2x4s out of this pallet, this whole pallet.
How much would be a 2x4 for you to go buy one?
This long is probably going to be $8 or $10 just for this one 2x4 now.
Oh, cool. So we just saved 20 bucks.
For 20 bucks, there's probably another $15 sitting over there.
as we've been working on our brooder sled and looking at the size inside, we've been realizing that it probably is a little too small to keep the chickens in there all day long, especially since they're going to be out in this garden for a couple weeks. And so to just keep them locked up in the brooder sled, as they're getting bigger, it will probably be not enough room for them. So we were thinking that we're going to put in the garden, we're going to put our chicken fencing, the ones that we can move around the pasture, and we'll put them in that, and then we'll put a net over the top to protect them. And the brooder sled will be inside that circle. And so they can come in and out of the brooder sled as they want to get their food and their water. And then they can just roam in the garden, and they'll be totally protected with the fence and the netting on top. So we still have some work left to do on the brooder sled. We need to put a door on the back, and we want to paint the whole thing and get it into there. But it's such a beautiful day that we want to get the chickens out and onto the cover crop, you know, while we're finishing working on it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to transfer them from their brooder house, and we're going to move them out into the garden with the fence around them, put the net over it, and then we'll finish the sled and we'll have it ready and bring it in by tonight so that when it's time for them to go to bed, they can settle in there. And so we're going to go get them out there right now. This is a nice big area for them. So the brooder sled will be able to fit in this circle?
Yeah, I'll just kind of open that end and then slide it at the end and then bring the fence right back to the edges or to the corners.
This is going to be great.
Come in and out.
Then we'll put a whole netting over the top so the hawks can't get them.
Yeah.
Oh, this is fun. They're going to love it. All right, let's go.
Oh, you're gonna be so happy when you get out there. It's a new adventure.
Ooh.
Here's your rooster. There you go.
Tell by on their neck, like all their baby feathers are almost gone. That one still has some around his neck. Whoa. It's the last trip.
This is it.
This is like so much food they don't even know what to do with. It's like unlimited.
They're gonna be able to find bugs. Here, come join your friends. Start doing your work, mowing the grass down.
So as you can see, we have a lot of cover crop for them to eat. So for the next month, we're just gonna let them work their way through all this. Wow, so you're gonna put the netting on?
Yeah.
To protect them, or? really see this netting, but this is what's protecting them. So if anything flew down like a hawk and tried to get them, they'd run into this netting. So one of the chickens escaped already. We have to figure out where they got out, because this is a tiny hole. There's no way a chicken could get through this. Well,
Keep an eye on it.
you guys are already eating away. This is exactly what we wanted. Hi, Guy. Phantom, are you just hanging out, keeping an eye on these chickens? Hey, Phantom.
Just grab this wire here. Maybe this will work. Instead of a rope, maybe I'll get some of this pipe insulation for a handle so it's not so hard on your palm.
carrying your house down the road.
I know. I might have to put wheels on this thing.
That's a workout.
Yeah, but you know what? I guess we're probably not going to be going that far. Just like 7 feet over.
What are you doing?
I'm going to make it easier to get in here.
Let them out. So they'll be in there during the night.
I'll put a little stake here or something.
Wow, this is great. Is that rainwater?
Yeah. This came this last week.
That's nice. Wow, so they've all made it over to the house. We were wanting to give them today to just kind of get used to it. They were acting pretty scared, all huddled up in the corner, but they look like they've relaxed and they're starting to find their perches. And we've got that supplemental feed hanging there. We're just going to allow them to have it for right now. But the whole point of them being in this area is for them to eat the grass and the nutrients that are provided there. So it's really going to save us a lot of money to have them eating the grass. And then in the morning and the night, we'll give them some supplemental food, but we're not just going to have that hanging there all the time. So we just kind of want to give it to them for now so that as they're getting used to their new space, then maybe about another day we'll just keep it there and then we'll take it away. So that'll save us a lot, I think, doing it that way. Well, that was super fun, hanging out with you guys and getting a couple projects that have been kind of plaguing us for a while. So we knew the chickens were getting bigger and needed to get out of there, but we weren't ready to put them out on the pasture. So this was really fun, and to be able to make something without spending any money, to just, you know, have scrap lumber. And that's the thing with homesteading is, you know, you collect stuff and then you just have to kind of put your brain to thinking about what you can do with it and how you can cut corners and save money. And we really have enjoyed watching Joel Salatin and Justin Rhodes and the homesteading family as they've kind of paved the way as far as the idea of getting the chickens out on pasture and making these movable homes. And so it's just, you know, to be able to follow their instruction and then to be able to kind of adjust it to our space. So, you know, our garden is our size. That's the space that we need. So as far as, we've got a lot of land, we've got 12 acres, and we have some really big chicken houses that we move throughout that all summer long. But this would be just perfect for here. And we were, you know, thinking like there's probably a lot of people that have, you know, more of a smaller space like this that is just a smaller plot for a garden. And, you know, we thought it was cool to kind of film this to show you guys maybe your options of being able to bring your birds out onto a smaller area. So we didn't make a tutorial out of this because this was kind of the first time we've done this, and it was just, you know, trial and error. So we don't do a tutorial unless it's something that we're pretty sure is going to work out. And so if this looked interesting and you have any questions, you could leave them in the comments below and we will respond back to you. And if there's enough people that are interested in this, we could make another one and make a tutorial if there's a big enough need that people would like to have a tutorial on how to make these and scale them down to their yard. Well, if you enjoyed this, we'd love for you to give us a thumbs up. And go ahead and subscribe and click the bell so that you'll be notified every time we post. We bring a lot of great content to our channel. We post here weekly, so you're going to want to subscribe. So we'll see you next week.